So today I'm going to walk you through my entire production workflow, okay, how I create my video from beginning to the end, the equipment that I use to create my videos, and also how I do my screen recording. Someone requested I make this video, and it wasn't the first time or second time I saw that comment. I think I saw that comment under 3 or 4 videos. So I was like, okay, let me create this video, but it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of time because I'm not a vlogger. So how vloggers are able to put certain pieces together to come up with full video, sometimes it amazes me. But I decided to make this video for you all, so that if you are planning to go into tutorials video, you can also pick something from it to start creating your own tutorial videos. So now let's get started. Now the first thing I do if I want to create my tutorial video is by fixing my equipment or getting my equipment together. Now the first thing I do is to make sure that my backdrop is intact, making sure that nothing is there to distract my audience. Now the second thing I do is by fixing my ring light. So right before me I have my ring light that I use to give me enough lighting, because most of the videos that I take is deep in the night, so I cannot use the daylight. Some people are fortunate, the environment they are in is quite enough that they can shoot their videos during the day, but because of my environment and then also the family I have, normally if I shoot the video during the daytime, I won't get the kind of quality or the kind of silence I want in my video, and it's going to the distraction is going to be too much. So normally I shoot my videos in the evening. That's why I need a ring light. Okay, now after fixing the ring light, the next thing I need is my microphone. Okay, with the microphone I'm using the Meono brand, and that is the PD200X series. That's what I use to record my video. Initially I was using the dynamic microphone, that's I think the A series or something, that came with a monocast, but that microphone was too sensitive because you have to fix it on a table. Now anytime I'm making a tutorial video, it picks the sound from my keyboard and I didn't like it, even though it has the noise cancellation feature. But the fact that it was picking my keys was the red flag for me. So I have to drop that one and go for the one that comes with the boom arm, and that's the PD200X series. So it came with the boom arm like this. Okay, so with the boom arm microphone you have to fix it on your table that has flat edges, and the type of table I use doesn't have a flat edge, so I have to use another means to fix it by using this frame. I have a frame here, this one. Let's see what I can see it. So there's a frame, I fix it here, you can see. Now I use it always comes with a holder that you fix either on your table or the frame. So I fix the holder on the frame, then insert the boom arm. Okay, so let's see if I can lift it for you to see. So I insert the boom arm like this, so you can see there's the side where you need to fix it in the holder. Okay, it has a small hole in it, so you fix it in the holder like this. Then the next thing I do is to either fix it in my laptop or in the phone, because this particular microphone came with a software monocast. I think that's the right word to use. I'm not too sure if that's the actual word. Okay, so that's what I use to control the volume and everything about the sound. Okay, so this is a software, the Meono link. Then you can limit your voice. It also has a compressor and then the volume button that you can use to control the volume of your recording. Okay, this is not a paid video. Nobody have asked me to sponsor to talk about this thing, but because that's what I use to record my video, that's why I'm mentioning it, or I'm talking about it. Now with a boom arm too, you can easily manipulate or control how you want your microphone to the position of your microphone. Okay, so you can see I can position it like this. I can also bend it to stand like this. However you want it, you can do it, because it has screw that you can release to make it flexible to control it. Okay, so I can raise it like this, I can also raise it like this, depending on how I want it. Now after I finish with the microphone, the next tool or the next equipment I need is my camera. Okay, so right before me I have a camera here. That's I have a camera that I use. But if you don't have a camera, then you can use a phone. Now remember that you're using your phone to do the recording. If you want to also take a video of yourself, then you need another phone to use for your camera. As me, I'm not using a camera, then I need an extra phone that you can use for your recording. And the camera that I use for my recording is a Feiyu. Okay, I got the microphone from AliExpress and also got the camera from AliExpress. That's the Feiyu Pocket 3. Okay, it's like the DJI Pocket 3 Creator Combo. Now the reason why I went for the Feiyu was that I wanted the DJI Pocket 3 Creators Combo. But when I checked the price, it was way too much. I couldn't afford it, so I have to go for a lesser one, something that I can afford. So if you want to help me acquire the DJI Pocket 3 Creator Combo, I heard that camera is very good, then you're welcome. I will gladly receive that camera and come and thank you on this same channel. Okay, so because I couldn't afford the DJI, that's why I decided to go for the Feiyu. I watched a lot of reviews on YouTube about this particular camera, and a lot of creators said it was good. Okay, and I think I watched a couple of videos they made with this particular camera, the Feiyu Pocket 3, and then the DJI, and then we saw some similarities and then also saw the disadvantages, and I decided to go for this one since this one is also quite simple and I can rotate the camera at any time. Okay, another reason why I like this particular camera is that I have a screen before me that I can watch myself, so it doesn't make shooting video with it make it very easy. I can see myself. If I'm not looking to the camera, I can tell, and I can also see my position in the camera to do that. I don't need somebody to be behind and tell me how to sit. I can see everything in the screen. After fixing my camera, the next thing I need is my editing app. Okay, so with the editing app, I'm using Filmora to do that. Let me show you. I'm using Filmora or Wondershare version 14. Now when I want to start my recording, what I do is that I open my editing app like this, then I come to this side where we have the record button. I click on the record button. Wondershare has a screen recorder and also has a webcam and also voice recorder, but normally it is the PC recorder or the screen recorder that I use. I don't use the webcam. I haven't checked that of CapCut because the CapCut version I have is free, but for the Wondershare is a premium that I'm using, so I have to use it and use it very well. Okay, so now before I click on the record PC screen like this, I need to make sure my camera is on point and my recorder is also on point. The moment I click on my PC recorder, I also click on the recorder on the camera to start recording, and also click on my voice recorder on the phone to start recording at the same time. When I'm done recording everything, I click on the close button here. This is the close button. It will close and my recording will be saved in my editing app. The next thing I do is to import the video from my camera and also import the audio from my phone to my editing app. Then I merge everything on the editing app. So let me show you what happens here. So when I open my Filmora, I import all the video clips from my camera and also my audio from my phone to Filmora. So this is the audio and these are the video clips. What I do here is to arrange all the clips on the timeline. So I start by adding my audio. This is the audio. I tap and then drop it on the timeline, followed by the screen recording I made. So this is the screen recording, so I tap and then drop it on the timeline like this. Then followed by my video clips. So these are the video clips. Normally my camera divide the video clips into 14 minutes 50 seconds, then it continues from there, and then it also counts with numbering so that when I am arranging it, I can just use the numbers to arrange it. So you can see this is 119 and this is 120, 121, 122, and then 123, meaning that this is the first one and this is the second one and this is the last part of the video clip. Okay, so what I do is that I tap and drop it on the timeline like this, followed by the second one like this. Now you can see the video has covered the entire screen. So what I do is that I edit the video. If I need to improve on the lighting, I do that before I do the rest of the editing. Now the next thing I do is reduce the size of the video on the screen, because my tutorials need to appear, and you can see that's the tutorial. The middle part is the screen recording, and that's the main tutorial. So since I'm not the main focus and the focus is on the tutorial, what I do is that I tap on the video like this and mask it. Okay, so I just click on the mask like this and then reduce the size of the video on the screen. So just use the holders to reposition the video in the box here. Okay, now when you're done, you just use the holders at the top here to reduce the size, or you just tap on it and then come to this side where we have basic and use the scale to reduce the size of the video on the screen. Now you can pull it and drop it anywhere you want your video to be on the screen. If you want it in the middle, fine. If you want it at the corner, at the top, wherever you want, you reposition the video on the screen. Okay, and like I said, since I am not the main focus and the focus is more on the tutorial, I don't want my face to be so large on the screen to cover the tutorial. Okay, now when you're done, your video is now set for editing. But before you start your editing, you also need to lip sync or make sure your audio matches the audio in the video and the audio in your recording, and also the main audio are synchronized. So what I do is that I come to this track where we have the unmute button. I unmute it like this. Try and listen to the screen recording first. So before I listen to the screen recording, the audio from the screen recording, I mute the video volume and then listen to the screen recording. When I finish listening to the screen recording, I don't listen to everything. I just try to figure out where I started the recording from, or the recording from. Okay, and make sure I match it with the main audio. Whenever I match it to the main audio, I'll play the 3 clips at the same time to make sure it is matching. So now after I finish matching it, then I can go ahead and do my proper editing. Apart from the manual way of synchronizing my audio and my video, you can also automatically synchronize it by selecting all your video clips. That I use the Ctrl A key to select everything. You can see everything is selected on the timeline like this. Then I'll right click on it like this and click on auto synchronization. Sometimes it might be able to synchronize all, including the audio recording, but sometimes it's not able to pick everything. It's able to synchronize the audio with the video alone without the screen recording. So if it happens like this, the only part I am going to work on is the screen recording part. But if sometimes, so if the audio is so clear, it's able to synchronize the 3 clips at the same time. When you finish your editing, you feel like adding your watermark, you can add. If you feel like adding any other thing, you can also add. So this is my entire production, how I create my tutorial videos. You can go ahead and share yours with me in the comment section. If you have any other question, you want me to make any video, go ahead to the comment section, comment, and definitely I'll take my time to create that video for you. Keep on engaging on this channel, because I'm going to give you a lot of value on this channel. Until then, my name is Debbie. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.